This is such a sensible idea. This is such a sensible idea. Ever since I first got my fuel allowance, I rang them and said, I don't need this. I'm comfortably off, frankly. I don't need it. Will you take it back? And they said, there's no mechanism for taking it back, to which I felt like saying, find a mechanism. Every year, I and many people who are as comfortably off as I am, send it to charity. But why not just abolish it for those who can afford it? The only thing
go against Labour's principles. I mean, this means you'll be supporting means testing benefits, something that Labour has always disagreed with.
No, it doesn't mean that at all. That is absolutely specific. It's specific to this particular thing, which is unnecessary for those who are comfortably off. It's a discretionary idea that was brought in by the Labour government, and they had the sense to say, we're going to take it back. If they attack the other benefits, which I regard as universal benefits, such as the bus pass, I would be hugely opposed to that. Because
the problem is, Baroness Bakewell, there's a lot of pensioners will be watching this tonight saying this is the thin edge of the wedge, isn't it, here? And if you were to get into power at the next general election, what's next? Taking away free TV licences, free bus passes, what's next?
Well, it's worth discussing. All of it's worth discussing. And all this business about thin edge of the wedge, the slippery slope, we live with thin edges of wedges and slippery slopes. We have to discuss everything, and everything should be decided on its merits. I would defend the bus pass to the death. But I do think for people like me to get a fuel allowance when people are really suffering because they've got a spare bedroom, I think that's, it's social injustice, and the Labour Party stands for social justice, and I think it's very right that they've corrected it.
A lot of senior Labour members aren't happy. Peter Hain, for example, strongly disagrees with this, saying it goes against the principle of everyone putting some money in the pot and everyone getting something out, no matter how much you've got in the bank account.
Well, but that is no longer a universal principle. I mean, I agreed with that for many, many decades. But the point is, you have in the emergency of financial stringency to make adjustments where it's possible. And this, I repeat, is a discretionary payment. It's not a universal benefit and accepted as such. So we'll fight every one of them one by one.
But given Ed Balls 6 months ago ruled this out as an idea, doesn't this suggest that people who are watching might not have any confidence in your party to vote because they don't know what you'll decide to do next?
I think that it means he's heard what I said.
Well, you're not concerned that it's going to damage your party in any way?
No, I don't think so at all. I think people feel, people generally, regardless of party, feel that those who are comfortably off don't deserve a particular perk that was a discretionary payment when times were easier. Just take this money back. We've been sending it to charity anyway. Put it into the public purse where it can help people who really need it.
So the likes of Lord Sugar should be giving their money back. What do you reckon? Message to him tonight?
Sorry?
The likes of Lord Sugar should be giving their winter fuel payment back, should they? Message to him tonight?
Lord Sugar may well have been sending his to charity. People as wealthy as him, I don't come into that kind of category. But the multimillionaires very often have charitable foundations of their own, and give plenty of money to charity. And I don't think he's going to miss £200, £300, is he?
We have to leave it there. Baroness Bakewell, thank you for your thoughts.